Hi, Art Seekers. We have a special guest today, amazingly talented Molly Conn. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I've never done anything like this, so it's going to be very cool.
It will.
Yeah, I'm really psyched.
So how did you start to express yourself using art as your vehicle?
Yeah, I think it just kind of naturally played out. My dad is a construction supervisor and my mom's a fashion designer, and between the two of them, I think I sort of always felt like sort of a creative freedom. Like if I wanted to go for anything, that it would be like, at least you tried. I don't know. It just was like the best way I felt like my ideas come through is through my work. I like do a lot of writing as well, and I think that it oftentimes translates better visually.
And is your installation work different energetically than your photographic?
Not really. It's all really performative, I think. It's all about constructing an event, and I think the photos are more obviously of a moment. They try and tell a story to like elongate that shot, but the performative work is kind of the same thing. It's like repetitive and kind of like the same moment over and over again, trying to emulate pretty much the same thing. I don't know, it was such a pivotal moment for me going to Burning Man, just like, for one, realizing that there is a place where like adults play and it's okay and we're not going to disregard the importance of that in ourselves, but also that there's money making huge toys. I didn't know that I could make a career out of that, and I'm hoping that that's still true, or that that's a good guess, but yeah, I mean, it really serves my work outside of Burning Man as well. Like, I sort of feel like I have this playa mentality that like goes with my other work, and I think it's kind of a fearlessness, you know, like there's no fine art and folk art boundary out there, and I think that boundary oftentimes kind of cuts the language down, and I feel like there's this little trend in folk art, like trying to hide how good your talent is, sort of. Which is awesome because it makes art not about talent, which isn't what it's about. It's about living, and like everybody's artistically performing all the time.
I think that's so true, and it really becomes literalized in your performative trucks or these little cars, because
totally.
then that is livable and breathing.
Yeah, and of course they serve as a transportation method, but also sort of a stage for an event that's moving, and when you get to the destination, hopefully the experience doesn't completely end, and that you still hope that you'll see this vehicle again and come on it again, and that it's just like a replacement for an object that we see every day and use in a utilitarian way. I usually, in my work, try and use like these relics of childhood, like not trying to pull as much in a nostalgic way, more in like a recognizable, fun way. Like not looking at something like a past, like, oh, I used to love cupcakes. I want to bring it into an area where, oh, it goes 20 miles an hour, it's only big enough for an adult to fit. I can still love this. Like this like relic of joy is totally applicable in my adult everyday life. And that's, yeah, a lot of my materials for my work come from this like maybe inappropriately extensive collection of like party favors and like little acrylic toys and stuff. It's just, I'm so naturally drawn to them, and I think other people are too. Like when I put together these assemblages, like I see men and adult women like really attracted to them. I thought it was kind of a gendered thing at first, but it's not.
Well, I think it's really interesting because a lot of other artists do use toys and, as you say, a relic of childhood, but more as a lens through nostalgia. And I think it's great that you are just re-energizing it and saying, well, this doesn't have to be nostalgic, it can be part of your consciousness now.
Yeah, exactly. I think nostalgia is a little bit less useful in my work because I'm trying to talk about like a playfulness, but like also recently, because I don't know, I haven't been at Burning Man, I've been in an academic art setting, and like my focus has just been like bringing these fun like craft projects into an academic art setting and seeing how they change, and they don't. The only thing that changes is how people talk about them.
Is there an overall message that you're hoping to communicate to people who see your work?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a fearlessness and just sort of an ability for play and also academic conversation. I think that art elitism has a lot of poor qualities, and I don't think it serves art that much. I don't think it serves artists as much as artists think it does either. I think a lot of the times when we try and bring work down to like a low art craft aesthetic or like sort of tacky folk art or something, that people aren't scared of it. I love when people walk up to my work and they touch it without asking. For me, that's like where I'm the most successful, because I want to evoke a curiosity that goes beyond this constructed fear we've made of people being scared of making art like it's some sort of higher. I think everybody makes art by being alive, and that if we kind of agreed on that, then we would get to see a lot more artists.